Rogue One, directed by Gareth Edwards, the guy who brought us the new Godzilla movie, starring Felicity Jones, Diego Luna, Mads Mikkelsen, Donnie Yen, and many more. This movie stars a character named Jyn Erso, who is brand new to the Star Wars series, and she bands together with these unlikely characters to go on this great mission. This movie is set right in between Episode 3 and Episode 4. This movie was very exciting and definitely lived up to what I was hoping it was going to be. First, let's talk about the cinematography. It was great. It was very grounded in its approach. You really felt like you were on the front lines with a lot of the soldiers and a lot of the attacks, especially when they fight on this one planet and you see the AT-ATs attack the soldiers. It's just very immersive, and it just looked really gritty and great and just lovely cinematography. Jyn in the beginning of the film is kind of an outcast. She's always on the move. I personally didn't like her that much in the beginning of the film. I kind of thought she was just like kind of annoying. You know, she was just like, stop bugging me, guys. Like, why are you here? Let me just do my own thing. But I grew to like her, and she's actually pretty badass in some of the fight scenes. She can kick some tail. Captain Kassem's character was pretty good. He didn't have a lot of depth to his character. He was just kind of a simple pilot soldier, but he did have some good chemistry with Jyn later in the movie. Forrest Whitaker's character was interesting. I wasn't a big fan of his voice that he did. It was very kind of distracting. He kind of just, I understand he had a respirator on his outfit, but his voice was just, I don't know, it was weird. But other than that, I did like his character. I really liked the character K2SO, the robot character in the movie. He was really funny, great comic relief. Anytime he was on the scene, the audience was laughing, and so was I. Just really great character all around. Donnie Yen's character, the blind guy, super awesome scenes with him. You know, he really wants to be a part of the Force, even though he's not a Jedi, and just some of his fight scenes were great for being a blind dude. Donnie Yen's partner, Baze, was a really cool character. Probably one of my favorite in the film. He was the dude with the red armor who had the big machine gun. He's just an all-around badass. Just like anytime he's on the screen, when they're in the fights and stuff, he is just lighting people up, and like he was just great. Speaking of action, this movie had a lot of it. Not only just ground fights, but we also had some dog fights in the sky, and also some fights in space. Really great action in this movie, awesome explosions, just a lot of fun to have in this movie. Also, I really enjoyed their use of practical effects in this movie. It really was taking a note from the old Star Wars movies with the aliens. A lot of them were makeup or costumes, which was really great. And they also blended that with the CGI aliens, and everything just looked and felt like a Star Wars film. The CGI in this movie was great, like hands down, probably the best I've ever seen in any movie. And I'm not even just talking about the aliens CGI in this movie or the ships or any of that. I'm talking about the fact that they had Peter Cushing reprise his role in this movie. He looked amazing. If you don't know who Peter Cushing is, he's one of the generals, and wow, when he came on screen, I was very impressed. Like, it looks identical to him. It was very hard to tell it's CGI. Like, obviously it's CGI because he's dead, but oh my goodness, was it amazing. His scenes were great, like, wonderful. But speaking of bringing old actors back, I am perfectly okay with bringing either passed away actors or actors who are too old to reprise their roles to star in films, either Star Wars or anything else, like Bruce Lee or anyone else. I think it would be awesome, especially what they were able to do with him and some other movies I've seen them kind of do an attempt. I would be totally down for it. So I bet you're all wondering, how was Darth Vader? Now, you gotta see a little bit of him in the trailer, but the little bit of we do get to see of him in this movie was awesome. Not only does James Earl Jones come back and reprise his role as the voice of Darth Vader, but boy, was it amazing to see him on film. Like, once again, his presence was just amazing. All his scenes, the very little scenes he did have in this movie, were amazing. It was great and just enjoyable. The story in this movie was very enjoyable, and I liked it a lot, and it also answered the age-old question every Star Wars fan has been asking. And if you want to figure out what that question is, you need to watch this movie, because I'm not going to spoil it for you. I also really like the Easter eggs they had in this movie and the little nods to episode 4. It was really great seeing those. So in all, I really enjoyed this movie and I cannot wait to see it again. And I just can't wait for them to keep on coming out with more Star Wars movies, the Han Solo movie, and the potential Boba Fett solo movie that I've heard rumors about. I just cannot wait. Give me more Star Wars. I love me some Star Wars. So in all, I give Rogue One an 8 out of 10. If you guys like my review, hit that thumbs up button. And if you guys want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And thanks for watching.